Hey, what's up guys? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Strategic Mind the Pacific and the Battle of Guadalcanal. Alright, so before we jump into it, I should mention that I did talk to the developer. He contacted me about this here secondary objective. You're actually not, it was expected that this is going to be kind of difficult for players to achieve. So essentially, it's not required in order to get the absolute victory. I don't think you get victory points for it, victory progress towards it. Instead, you just get extra prestige. So if you do complete it, you will get more prestige, so that's why you might want to try and get it done if you can. But because it is kind of challenging, and in my opinion, it's really just entirely based off of, what the AI decides to do with those destroyers and the heavy cruiser they have. Whether they decide to attack your destroyers or attack the transports that are going through there. Now, the developer had implied that, like, if you did something with your movement, like maybe perhaps, he didn't say exactly what it was, but maybe perhaps if you move your destroyers, like, right up close to their ships, then maybe they'll be more inclined to attack your destroyers instead of the convoys, which we did do that. We actually moved one. I think one destroyer was kind of close to him, but the other two destroyers I did move away, so maybe that's why it led them to be more, I kept them close to the destroyers, so that, and I hope that they would still be a target over I moved them close to the convoys in the hope that they would still be a target instead of the convoys, but that didn't happen. They did target mostly the transports, and we did lose almost all of them. I think we only got one over here. Yeah, I think there's 5 of them, so we lost 4. So it didn't go well. They sunk most of them. But yeah, maybe if you moved your transports up close and just like basically sacrificed them, you might be able to get them there. But yeah, basically we can still get an absolute victory, guys. However, we do need to seize all of basically everything that has a flag. So all of the infrastructure here on this island, as well as over here and over here. So that's to get an absolute victory. I don't know, guys. We'll try and go for the golden victory, which I think you need 320 points for. I don't know if we'll go for the absolute. I was going to send this battleship up here to, attempt to grab these points, but now he's got to do battle, so yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work, guys. We'll attempt to. We'll see what we can do. Let's go and enter turn and see what the AI does. But I would not be surprised if we can't get the absolute victory. It might just be, they are moving their planes forward. It might just be a golden victory for us. Or that's the hope, anyway. I guess we could get lower than that if we don't do well. So they have moved their planes forward. They didn't bomb anybody yet. They haven't located that submarine, so the submarine should be able to come over here. It doesn't look like they did anything with the planes. Okay. They just moved forward.
Sir, our agents report that the Japanese are going to use destroyers to ferry troops to Guadalcanal. They are faster and better protected than the transport ships. Judging by the radio interception data, the first group of destroyers with troops is currently somewhere in this area.
Have the samurai decided to travel at speed? Well, let us derail this Tokyo Express. Reinforcements from MacArthur have landed.
Well, let us see what these soldiers are made of.
Okay, so MacArthur's army units have arrived. We were able to get them all there without, I think it might have been that one. So we were able to get them all over here, and these are the auxiliary units, the infantry here, so we do need to upgrade them, level them up. It appears we have 3 infantry. That's what we got from them. So we have 3 soldiers. These are not Marines, so they are a little bit different. If you look at their abilities and stuff, it's a little bit different than the Marine Corps. You'll notice here. Like they don't have the field medic's ability, I don't think. I think that's the main one they don't have. Yeah, close quarters, take cover, coastal landing. Close quarters, take cover, coastal landing. Air mobile and river attack. Okay, I don't think they have the air. No, they do have that. They have both of those. All right, so yeah, the only one they don't have. Yeah, it looks like they just don't have one. Oh, and they... Oh, that's not related to the unit. So yeah, it's just the one, the field medics. They don't have that one. So they're not too shabby. I don't know about I didn't look at their combat ability. Like we just looked at their base, like soft attack here. It's 10. Hard attack, base hard attack is 2. So if we looked at the Marine Corps, they actually don't. They don't have a good as soft attack, the Marine units. So the regular units are in fact actually better. So that's good. Anyway, so this is the Tokyo Express thing that I had talked about previously that happened historically. and they're just shuttling troops at night typically to Guadalcanal, just landing them here along the beaches. They're also supplying them. They drop like boxes of supplies off, like they would drop them off around the coastal area, and then the Japanese troops would go into the water and go grab them. So this is something based on history. And now they have destroyers escorting them. We're not going to just be able to easily sink them with our submarines and our destroyers and our planes. It's going to be a little bit more challenging for us to get those sunk. We don't know where they're at. They're somewhere up here. So it's going to take them about 2 turns, maybe 3 to get over here. So not much. And this destroyer here is not going to be able to do it alone. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to deal with that. Because since we have this situation here that we're dealing with. But this is how we'll start, though, is we're going to identify the enemy. I think that should be the best way to start this. We need to find out where the hell their carriers are. So let's try and do it this way.
Verifying the
All right,
enemy's
there they are. Excellent. So we have identified them. They did throw 3 planes at us, a torpedo bomber, a fighter, and a dive bomber, while they left a torpedo bomber. Okay, so basically 3 of each back here to protect the ships here. And I want to say this is all they got. I don't know, unless we're just not identifying the rest of them.
You can see us.
So what we're going to want to do is come up behind them and start shooting at their ships here. And I think I will go ahead and try and destroy the battleship. We could focus fire on the carrier and then all of them leave, I suppose. But I really want to get the battleship sunk because, if we focus fire on this carrier here, though the carrier does look... Nah, yeah, that won't work. If we focus fire on the carrier, then the battleship here would be firing on us the entire time. So I think it's better to sink the battleship first.
Well, at least we haven't
because they're so deadly. The carrier, on the other hand, we do want to get sunk. But this is what we'll do. We're going to start with the submarine and attack the battleship. And it would probably be best to actually come up nice and close to the battleship.
Cargo ships.
We do a little bit more damage.
Surprise!
And we did get a level up from that. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and level up the submarine now and see what we can get here. For skills, he already has Night Hunter. So that's a pretty good one to have. We could do the Forward Observer. Again, that's what we have on our other guy, and we might do that with this one as well, just because it is so useful. Yeah, I think we might do the Forward Observer. I really like that one for the submarines. I'm just seeing if there's anything else we might want to do. At least one allied submarine, Fire Discipline, Torpedo Expert. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here, guys... Yeah, let's go with the Forward Observer. I think that'd be really useful. And then we're just going to take off here. And hopefully the destroyers don't come after us. I'd assume they're going to come up here and go after us. At least identify us, and then they'll also use their planes. So we have all our fighters here. So they're pretty close. We're going to want to go ahead and start firing. Again, I think we are going to focus fire on the battleship. I think that would be the best way to go. We need to get these planes taken out first, though. So let's go ahead and make use of our Air Force here in the beginning. I think that'd be the best way to do this. And I think we have the majority of our fighters right here. The P-40's not, but I think all the Wildcats are up here.
We are higher.
And so this guy still needs to land real quick. That's okay. So we don't have to do the link to fight because they did not keep their fighters together. We should probably shoot down. Good goddamn, we're not gonna be able to shoot them all down. We gotta get the fighters dealt with. So that's where we'll start. And that's gonna be against the Zeros here. And did we ever get that increased attack against Zeros? I remember we had that event that happened. I don't know if we ever got anything from that. I really wish we had our P-40 here right now. God, that would be nice, because they are much better in combat, but they're not here. So we have to make use of what we've got, because the P-40 can't reach. So let's start with the 2 Wildcats here. And attempt to attack this destroyer. You see attempt to attack this fighter. You see we're going to take significant damage, no matter who attacks first. So let's see what they have. Do they both have all-weather? They do both have all-weather, so it really doesn't matter which one we use. So let's just attack with the first one.
Godspeed.
And he's just going to have to take the brunt of this, because the Zeros are really good.
Enemies are high.
And I was complaining last time that I didn't feel that they were good enough. But you can see he's doing a lot better against our planes than we are against him. Even that one's just even. Alright, so we have reduced his strength quite a bit. Not enough, though. So they're going to still have a fighter available. They're going to have all their bombers available too. What we could do is go ahead and make use of, and I probably should have did this before we did the attack. That was really stupid on my part. We should have fired on this guy. That was my bad, guys. I did not do that very smart. I forgot all about using the anti-air. But hopefully we can get this guy destroyed. So we'll do that, and then we have the battleship that can fire on them as well, but remember he has to get up nice and close. So we can go ahead and move him and figure out how far we want him to be. So we want to be able to attack this battleship here with our 6 range attack. So we're going to need to be at least 6 from him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, pretty much anywhere right here. So even here we can attack with the 5 range. Yeah, I suppose that's what we'll do. Let's go right here. And, oh, wait, do we have to be... I think we just have to be near them. Yeah, so being right here will allow us to attack one of the bombers.
Did you check for the enemy submarines?
Let's go and attack this bomber here. It's the dive bomber. I guess I probably should attack the torpedo bomber, but it's fine. We're just not going to be able to do anywhere near the level of damage that I would like to be able to do. Alright, so we've already fired with this guy. He needs to move close enough to be able to attack the destroyers. Alright, so we'll probably have him go right here.
Going full speed ahead.
Alright, and then we'll attack them here in a minute. So get this guy coming up first. Again, gonna need to have him cover the battleship, but let's figure out and see what we're gonna have up there. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to bring these destroyers here. Could bring this one, which we probably should bring this one, in fact. Definitely gonna need to. Can we attack these planes at all? Is there any way that we can reach them? We cannot. We're like just short of reaching them, unfortunately. Alright, well that's a shame. But I think we will go ahead and move them up there. Let's get them going now. We're gonna move a carrier up a little bit. Well, we have the air base, so we don't really need the carrier to come over here. And we should probably get these carriers somewhere a little bit safer. I almost want to put them on this side. We'll put them here with the hope that they don't find them. We should probably actually put them in 2 different locations, not have the carriers next to each other. The problem is we don't have enough destroyers to protect them both.
Airfield at your disposal.
So move these guys with the hope that they can't find us. Keep the destroyer over there to protect him. Well, this carrier, we don't really need him up closer here to provide support there, but we could really use him for anti-air support, so I'm going to bring him.
Extra mile to carry out your orders, sir.
So that we can use them next turn for anti-air support, perhaps, depending on how things get moved around and stuff, how things look. Alright, so let's go back to the aircraft. See what we've got for fighters to do some attacks. I'd like to get that fighter, at the very least, destroyed so he can't go back and repair. And we know that we don't have any more anti-air attacks available to us. This guy can't hit anybody. He's just out of range, apparently. So yeah, we can't attack with him. We do have this guy, so let me take that back. We have one more that can still do an attack. So let's move him. Is there any way to attack here? We could. So basically it's either attack the plane, or I should say either attack the plane or the destroyer. We won't be able to do both. Oh, no, you can attack from here. Okay, never mind, let me take that back. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire on... Oh, Lord. I want to make sure we kill him. Let me see if our fighter can do the job. Let's see where he's at. That Wildcat that has not yet fought. We actually have 2 Wildcats. Okay, my bad. So we want him to land. And this is our overstrength Wildcat. And I'd really like him to start by attacking a stronger one. Let me just take a look. Yeah, he can do significant damage. So let's use, I guess this guy's overstrength as well. Alright, so he can destroy him. So let's go ahead and have him come here and get this one dealt with.
As in Hellcat.
And he didn't even do any damage to us either. Excellent. So we'll get him destroyed.
Do you keep count?
And then we'll be able to move our other fighter in to try and do a little bit of damage here. And what we'll want to do, should probably keep all of our fighters together so they can provide support to each other. Rather than move them up, I know doing that could then protect the battleship from being bombed. But it's fine, they have destroyer anti-air coverage. So, I mean, it's something. So we're going to want to attack. We're going to try and attack this guy and see if we can't get him destroyed. And then that'll allow him to use his anti-air on that very dangerous... Oh, well.
There's no backing out.
Can't let him go back and repair, so we have to fire on him.
Fire away.
bit unfortunate, but that's okay. And then now we can use it on the torpedo bomber, which we did a little more damage than it had estimated, so not bad. All right, so we have taken those guys out, and I think that's it for our fighters that are able to fight over here. Of course, we have the P-40, which we might want to move over here, but we need somebody to protect because we're going to have to attack. We're going to have to attack those destroyers. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't think they'll be able to do it though. Not this turn. They're going to have to go back home and get a little bit of supplies first. So we'll be bringing all these guys back. Let's go ahead and do that now, in fact. And having the carrier over here would be helpful, but again, I don't want to put them at risk of being sunk by the destroyers there. So let's go ahead and have these guys return back, and then we'll have them fly out with the intention, because I don't know how far they'll be able to reach, if he can even go. It looks like he's out of movement points, so he's not going anywhere. All right, we'll bring this guy back as well. And he's out of movement points too. Okay, so this is pretty much all they're going to be able to do in this particular turn, unfortunately. And we're going to have to use the dive bombers and the torpedo bomber on these easy ones. Although it's kind of a shame that we're using. I'd prefer to use mine. All right, we could use this guy over there, I suppose. This dive bomber. Let's just see here. We have 3 Dauntlesses. That's right. Where's the other Dauntless? He's up here. So we're going to want to use him against these guys. Though I don't think we'll be able to bomb. He does have the tactical retreat, so that would allow us to escape, but again, he won't have any fighter support, and I'm not going to put a core unit out there with no fighter support against anti-air. So I don't think we're going to be able to do any bombing of them, guys. In this particular... Where's this guy out?
Die than to live and not fly.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do any dive bombing of them. But we will start moving some units over there. Particularly our dive bombers. So we're going to get these guys going. Let me see here how the best way to do this would be. Let's use his movement points now.
Let's not exceed our range.
To land on the carrier and get the supplies.
We're running low on explosives.
This dive bomber is definitely going to be helping out here, though. We could also use him against the destroyers to take out the anti-air. I suppose that's an option as well. You know, we might end up doing that. So let's have him go this way.
We'll get there in no time.
And then, same thing.
I cannot live without the skies.
The torpedo bomber is not going to be useful against the destroyers, so we're going to want him to come up over this way.
In God we trust.
So let's go ahead and have him land. And we'll see what we have available left. So they've moved. They fought. The B-26 is out of movement points.
Everything's so hectic.
All right, so we have a Dauntless that we could have used again. I don't think that's really an option, so we're just going to keep them here for right now. And then we have the Avengers over here. So yeah, we're done. That's it. That's all, folks. Wait a minute. There's a unit here. I just completely missed him. So this is another Dauntless, and I think we should probably use him over here. So let's go ahead and have him get his supplies, and I think we're done with the planes. All right, awesome. So we know what we have for plane-wise. So now it's just about let's go ahead and start using our battleship to try and take out their battleship, or take them down as much as possible. Anyway, I mean, we're going to take significant damage here, no matter what we do. That's fine. With us using the armor piercing, we're doing it all to the main gun, the hull, and the engines, while he'll be spreading his out. So that's okay. That's what the battleship's for, is to do battle with battleships. All right, so we're gonna see if we can't get him ticked down as much as possible. Maybe even do like significant damage to him. Just taking a look at. I mean, his engine's pretty damaged, as is the main gun. While he's having to spread his out across all of our stuff, and we just got to level up. All right, so that's significant, guys. So we've got him down to 15 on his hull, while we're only down to 23. And his engine is really damaged right now, as is his main gun. He also has a shell hole, since we have that ability. So let's just take a look and see what we want to get. No, he doesn't have the shell hole. The submarine gave him the shell hole. He doesn't have that ability yet. We might go ahead and do that, give him the rip the hole so that he applies shell holes. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's make him even better. All right, so he's taking care of that. And so now it's a matter of our destroyers. We need to fire with them. We're not going to use the torpedoes. We could. And I'm tempted to. I wish I knew if he had enough movement points to move here and then back to shoot a torpedo at him, because that would be actually quite useful. I'm very tempted to. We'd have to fire on him. Let me just see here. I wonder. Let me see. He has four 4 movement points. It'd be 1, 2. I think each of these are 1 movement point. So we fired the torpedo from here, 1, 2, and then came back. I think that would actually work. You know what? Let's do that, guys. Let's fire the torpedo on him. We'll fire first on these guys with the main gun, trying to tick down these destroyers. We should probably focus our fire. Oh, this guy cannot fire. I thought he could. Oh, I had the wrong gun selected. All right, so what we'll do, let's focus our fire on 1 destroyer. Do a bit of damage to him. And we're just going to spread out the... You know, actually, we're not going to do that.
Firing as we go.
I was going to say let's fire with him, but yeah, he'll only be able to fire the torpedo now. So yeah, this is full damage to him.
Fire away.
And we might even be able to take his anti-air out. Maybe not.
Remember the
Nah, it's not. I don't think it's going to be quite enough to take his anti-air out, unfortunately. Let's use his sonar here. I don't know if they have any other submarines. And I want to take a look and see how we did. Didn't quite get his anti-air out, unfortunately. So that's a shame. Alright, so what we're going to do is move here.
is in order.
Use the torpedo on the carrier. The carrier will be able to fire back. That's okay. And yeah, that took 3 from the hole and resulted in a shell hole. So that actually was really helpful. And I should have moved him right there, but that's fine. We'll move him right here. Use the sonar. And then let's try and get these any other ships that can get into the battle. I don't know that there actually is anybody else that hasn't moved yet. Let's just double check. We actually have this Fletcher still. Yeah, man, I'm not entirely sure how the best way to do this. We really need to locate them. I need to find out where they're at and what they're rocking. So let's use...
Verifying the enemy's location.
There's a submarine here. Alright, well that's good to know. But we did not locate the enemy. Destroyers. Okay.
Can I serve in another
Oh,
vessel?
shit. I did not mean to move that. It's just part of the problem here. So what we want to do is let's get this destroyer moving up here to try and take that carrier out. He's probably going to come... I mean, he might come this way. It's impossible to tell exactly where he's going to come. So we're just going to go over here. Let's use sonar. Nothing detected.
I'm claustrophobic, you know.
And I don't want... I guess we'll just go this way. Oh, there he is.
Or is it swim up?
There's the destroyer. Okay. So hopefully he doesn't detect our submarine. Yeah. I guess let's go ahead and get the rest of our units moved. Our naval units. And then we'll focus on the ground units now. Let's get all these guys moved. We do need to upgrade. Or excuse me, level up. The infantry units we just got. Should probably get them Veteran of the Trenches, so that they get those entrench bonuses. I think this would be the best for defense. Let's give them all the same one, the Veteran of the Trenches. All those other ones are for attack, which of course we'll probably have to do some attacking if they land. But
We stand for
right now, I'd like to really get them some good defense values here. So I'm just trying to see who needs to move where.
Ready for action.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get all these units moved around. Actually, we're going to move him up over this way, because this is where it's going to be first attacked. This guy will come down here. And then we'll start moving some of the regulars up there. Now, artillery, I don't want him to get... He's a target that the ships often target. So I prefer to use him as, like... We'll just keep him here. And kind of use him to respond to any, like, successful invasions. I'd like to get the tank unit over here to do the same thing. While this guy, we're going to pull him back just a little bit, just so he's not on the coast here, because yeah, I just think that would just be
relocating
a prime target for them to attack. Let's bring the tank in as well. We have infantry units covering this, so that's good for right now. So let's go and get our infantry units. We did block his ability, but we're going to start moving over to cover these victory points here. For right now, we'll probably have the recon do it.
Yes, sir.
Just to make sure it's covered until the infantry get here. And then we'll probably move them back. Maybe have like a recon on each side. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Thank God we don't have to walk.
Alright, so he'll be here for now. And then we're going to want to move our infantry units. We're going to need most of them probably going over this way. Yeah, we have 2 here. I don't think they'll land here at all. Somebody could land here, and I guess we'll put like... we'll probably put that artillery unit there, in fact. And yeah, let's just bring everybody over this way. That's probably the best way to do it.
We will do what
Still have this marine unit. He's not looking too good. He could end up getting attacked Might want to restore him, in fact. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and restore this guy. I think that would be wise. Give him reinforcements. And just make sure he's as strong as possible. Any other units that can get reinforced, we'll do that as well. I don't think there's anybody else that needs to be. Yeah, I'm not going to spend it on those two. I don't think that'd be a good investment. I don't think they're going to attack over there, guys. So who's left to move? I think everybody has moved that we want to move anyways. Yeah, we're going to let these guys just entrench up over here. I think everybody's, yeah, he's fine too. We'll keep him covering the port.
We will do what it takes.
Okay, I feel like we're good. So let's go ahead and just go through our units real quick, make sure that I didn't leave any. And yeah, it looks like we are good, guys. So let's go ahead and end our turn and see what they do, man. I don't know, I expect some issues over here. Yeah, and that destroyer did go after the submarine. He did spot him. He'll shoot the torpedoes. He will not be able to do his, yeah, he didn't get to do his depth charges, so that's good. But they can use their torpedo bombers against the submarine, which is exactly what he's going to do. And they have 2 torpedo bombers, so this submarine's going to be incredibly weak now. I don't know who they shot at, if they shot at the battleship or the destroyer. Looks like they shot at the destroyer because he's not doing too well. Yeah, he's looking pretty damn weak now. He's doing battle with the other destroyer. He's now down to 2, so he's incredibly weak. The aircraft carrier has focused on the other destroyer. And let's see what their bomber does. Or is that their fighter? That's their fighter. That's the 0. So 0 has attacked the fighter because they did not have link to fight. We were able to support him. And now he's not doing too well. So he's down to 3 health. And was that our better fighter? Yeah, that was our fighter with the 12 health. So he did lose 2. It looked like he didn't. And then they continue to bring these guys. And he's going to use a torpedo against a destroyer, which is not extremely effective. Yeah, it didn't do any damage, and all he did was get himself shot. Yeah, that was silly. I don't know what he's doing, why he moved over there, but... Alright, we did ambush him. Submarine's gonna fire a torpedo at our destroyer, and that's not gonna be effective. That's gonna allow us to fire back on him, I think. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like we fired back on him. So he's not in a good spot, and we ambushed that bomber as well, so I didn't know there was going to be a bomber there. They did sink. Damn it. They sunk the destroyer. Alright, so we lost the destroyer, guys. It was an auxiliary destroyer, so at least it wasn't a core unit. But overall, you can see that this is rough. They are moving the carrier forward with the destroyer. That's actually going to help us overall. Now they're going to use their anti-air, more than likely. They're going to shoot the torpedo, in fact. So that'll mess him up a little bit. The destroyers are coming forward. If he stops right there, he'll be able to detect him. But yeah, they are actually moving much quicker than I expected them to. So now they're going to fire on him. Alright, we're in a rough spot, guys. Okay. The submarine has left. Alright, so we have one more allied unit coming.
A large group of enemy ships is approaching from the northwest. According to radio interception data, the Japanese are going to bombard Honiara with artillery from 2 battleships and land numerous ground forces. Stay put.
Thanks, Layden. We will greet our guests with proper hospitality.
Oh man, guys, we are in such a bad position. Yeah, they're just throwing it at you, man. Yeah, they put you in a really rough position here, don't they? All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. And here's the other carrier. So yeah, we probably should just sink a carrier, man, to try and get these guys out of here. So I think that this is the smaller carrier, so it's easier to sink. But this one only has 15 health. This one has 10, I think. So it would be easier to sink that one. They have good destroyer coverage over here. This is the battleship that we need to get sunk. Let's go ahead and start with identifying that battleship.
We will rock your world.
Go ahead and just see how we want to do this. Let's go this way.
Verifying.
So that we also identify the destroyer there. All right. So let's see how we want to do this. Now we need to take out the rest of their planes here. We also have the torpedo bomber here that needs to be taken out. We have 4 fighters over here to get the job done, and with our anti-air, I think we should be able to, at the very least, sink all 3 of these, and I don't even think we'll go after him. He's a little bit too far away with too much anti-air coverage. And so more than likely we'll just attack these 3 here and get them destroyed. Then go back and get repaired and stuff. Alright, so we have 1 destroyer here that is very, very weak. Should be able to easily sink him. And I really just want to get this carrier sunk so that they'll disappear, though I also would like to get the battleship sunk too. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll try and work out this goal and see how the best way to do this is going to be.
We better be kept away from the enemy.
Could bring him in to attack afterwards, which I think we might do. I know this is putting him at risk, but it's not an auxiliary one, and we're going to have to do something, guys. We're in a rough position here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start out.
Yo ho ho and a bottle.
Let me take a look and see how we're doing on getting them damaged up, and as well as the battleship. See how he's doing. All right, he did repair quite a bit, so that's unfortunate. So our main gun, we should probably be used against the battleship, kind of weaken him a bit. Let me just see what else we can do, and then maybe use the secondary against him. I think would be wise as well. So we should probably fire on these 2 first while we're stronger. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do that. And then the submarine can then either attack the carrier up there, which would then retreat. I think I really want to focus fire on the battleship, so I think we're going to use the submarine against the battleship.
Yes,
Let's bring him in
Their ship will have bigger holes than
and attack him.
Let's leave it at that.
And nice. That's 5 damage to his hull, so
Yo ho ho and
we
a
might be able to
bottle.
sink him. Yeah, I think we should be able to sink the battleship this turn.
Yo ho ho.
Again, we want to make sure that our well, yeah, let's fire on him first. Let's try and do as much damage as we can. And then we'll probably use our torpedo bombers against him.
100 millimeters of armor is no
Though that's
joke.
not going to sink him. We're going to have to attack with the torpedo bomber. Alright, let's go and get our aircraft out. Let's see, we have the Avenger here, and that is who will... Oh, he can't fly far enough. More than likely because of all these planes. If we took some of them out, I think we would be able to. So let's go and start with that. Let's go and get our anti-air out and see if we can't get these guys dealt with. We'll try and sink shoot down
Our guns are
the fighter
too big
first.
to fail. Fire! It's raining hell.
And didn't destroy him, unfortunately. And what do we have left? We just have the destroyer. Okay. So let's go and attack with the destroyer then. Try and get the fighter destroyed. We demoralized them, but didn't destroy him. Okay. Let's go and start on him then. Alright, and then we'll bring... How far can he shoot with this? He has a gun range of 4. So if we wanted to use it against one of them, we'd have to get pretty damn close. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we got right here, it's not a terrible position to be at. We can also fire on him if need be. We can't use this one, unfortunately, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and attack with... Doesn't really matter which one we attack, I suppose. We'll attack with him. And didn't do any damage to him. Alright. I think let's use the fighters now, guys. I think they should be able to finish this up for us. Alright, so we're going to use the...
Low on bullets, not altitude.
Let me just take a look, see how the best way to do this would be.
We have trouble.
Alright, so let's have him move around here to fight him. And then use these guys, the auxiliaries, to attack here and get the, take the damage, eat the damage a little bit.
We cut through the air.
Alright, so they'll fight, duke it out. And that should make him so he's so weak that we can destroy him now. Yes, it does look like that is the case. So that'll destroy him. So let's go back and land. And if we have any action points left, we may end up using him to cover some of our some of our ships here, as well as any bombers. But let's do that last so that we know where everybody's going to be situated. We can go ahead and attack him, and I'm going to go do that. He might take a little bit of damage. It's okay.
Enemy down.
All right, and then let's have him go back as well.
Cut through the air.
We already moved him, so he can't. Yeah, he's not going to be able to go anywhere.
You're hired.
So he'll take out the bomber.
With blinding speed.
There we go. Excellent. So, let's see what we want to do with this last shot here. So could use it against the destroyer, could use it against him. I do want to get him sunk. We still have
one serving on
couple-
a US battleship.
Yeah, we got a lot of fires left with the battleships. Let's go ahead and get the Avenger
cannot
out.
live
Let's
without
see if
the
he
skies.
can now go. Excellent. I'm glad I got those guys destroyed then. We're going to use him against the battleship. Although, apparently, he covers him. Alright, I didn't realize that. Yeah, he would be that close. Alright, so that's not going to work then. We're going to need to deal with him first
Mobile
then.
airfield at your disposal.
Yo
All right.
ho ho and a bottle of
Because, yeah, I want to use this against him. This won't do damage to the hull. Anti-aircraft is pretty weak. Alright, this is how we'll do it. We'll go ahead and use this now. I was trying to weaken him a bit first. That's clearly not going to work. Let's see how he looks now. He should have lost his anti-air. Not quite. He's almost there. So, we could also take out his engine. We have our dive bombers, too, that can attack him. So we might do that to take out that anti-air. And then we'll use him to attack them first. Oh, I forgot about the torpedo. It didn't do any damage though. Alright, excellent. And then we're going to fire on him.
Bang, bang, bang.
And they did do a little bit of damage to our anti-air. Alright, so we've got him down to 14 strength. He's already fired one of his shots. So we'll probably want to shoot the torpedo at him with this guy. Or we could shoot the torpedo at him with over there as well. That's an option too. Let's go here. Use the torpedo against the carrier. And that did get us a level up as well, so we're going to want to go ahead and do that now, take care of that. Let's get him leveled up. He has scouting right now, so probably do Overwatch. Yeah, let's do Overwatch. Though Night Hunter might have been better since I think it's going to be night next time. Alright, so he can fire on either of these. I think he's already done all his firing, right? Yeah, it looks like he's done all his firing. Excellent. So we can go ahead and attack him now with the carrier without having to worry about him being attacked back. And just try and get his anti-air taken out so that he can't provide coverage to that battleship. And is this who we want to attack with? I mean, yeah, he's going to get a lot of damage if he attacks here because he hasn't fired with his main gun yet. Interesting. Alright, so we don't want to attack him then at all. So let's just attack the carrier who can't fight back. Alright, so his anti-air is now taken out. He still has the main gun though, and the main gun is what's going to be bombing there. So what we're going to want to do is attack with a plane. Although it looks like it has fired all its time, so it might not be able to provide support. Yes, it can't provide support anymore. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit him with a torpedo. We got a shell hole there as well. Let's have him retreat. So this battleship is done for, essentially. Alright, so that's very good news. So let's go ahead and get the Avenger. I think we might go ahead and have the Avenger take out him. Probably be the best way to do this. He is kind of far away, but he can still land there, alright. What else do we have? We have the Dauntless bombers as well. Okay, and this Wildcat needs to be leveled up. So let's go and level him up. He has the all-weather right now. So let's get him. Let's see, probably boom and zoom. Yeah, that'd probably be the most useful to have right now. Let's go ahead and boom and zoom for that fighter.
We are high in
Let's see what the P-40 needs to attack him, doesn't he? Yeah, I think that's what we should do. I forgot all about this guy. He's not fully identified though, so we might want to identify him real quick. I'm trying to think of a way to do that. They already have their destroyer here. I don't know how it works with dropping off the troops, but as you can see, our recon unit's not doing good, so we'll probably pull him back and then resupply, or build him back up again. Let's get him into
ready for action.
Get him going over here, and then we're gonna want this infantry unit going there. I don't know how well he's gonna hold that, but we're getting him more assistance in this regular infantry unit.
Free men fight.
He'll just stay here.
Tenacity.
Let's get him moving. What we might want to do is get him out of the way for right now,
Get on with it.
so these guys can move a little bit faster.
Get on with it.
We'll probably keep him right here since they said they're going to bombard here. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of move these. I know he's losing his entrenchment, but
Where are we going? Where to?
hopefully he can get entrenched by the time... Oh, I should have moved him there. It's fine.
Carriers are the main instrument.
So the carriers are probably going to want to move back now. Because, yeah, they're coming this way now.
We have an island on board, sir.
So what we might want to do is go ahead and move them just slightly over this way.
Going the extra mile to carry out your orders, sir.
And I'm almost not going to get... I don't think we're going to give them destroyer coverage. I don't think it's possible at this moment to give destroyer coverage. Let's see what we can do. I need to find this damn submarine over here as well. We got this guy. He can provide coverage then. Yeah, he'll provide destroyer coverage for these two.
Patrolling the area.
Alright, so he'll take care of that for us. Just make sure all the units are moved where they need to be. Yes, the tank, we're moving him over. So let's have him go right here.
Find them and kill them.
And then we'll bring an artillery unit. I kind of want him like sitting up in a mountain or whatever so they don't focus fire on him. We'll bring him over here. Alright, so have all the land units moved that we want to move. We do have an upgrade here as well. I guess I didn't get that. Oh, that's the one we just got. That's right.
We will do
He just
what
landed.
it takes.
Okay. So what we're probably going to do is have... We have... How many units going over that way? 2 units going over that way? Okay, I think that's fine. Let's have him go here because we already know that they're sending battleships over here, which will probably wipe our units out. Alright, so this recon unit is not doing so well. We're probably going to have to reinforce him. He's not in a position where he can reinforce right now, so we'll have to do that next turn. So he's here. I think everybody else is where they need to be. Yeah, everybody else is good to go. Alright, so land units are done. Let's finish up with the aircraft then. So I still need to identify him. What we'll do, let's fly up close. There we go. We can see him now. And so we'll start this out by attacking with the anti-air to weaken this bomber up a little bit.
Continue the onslaught.
And now we need to locate that damn submarine. And I think the best way to do this would be to use this. And okay, we spotted him. Excellent. And we in fact don't even have to move to take him out.
Continue the onslaught.
I don't know why he decided to move there of all places, but we'll take it.
Firing as we go.
And we're gonna want to move this guy out of here. So I was really glad that I didn't have to move to take him out. Because remember, we have battleships coming. So this is a core destroyer, and we don't want him here. So let's get him out of here. He could end up getting attacked by that unit, so let's instead go this way rather than up along the coast here. He could still attack us. Is there any way? No, we can't attack him. We're way too far away. Alright, so let's do an attack here and see if he can... I mean, he's not going to be able to destroy him, but we'll try and reduce his strength as much as possible. Might result in him... And I should have did the Overwatch breakthrough. Oh wait, no. That's not what I thought it was. I thought I had boom and zoom. The afterburner. That's what I should have did. It's fine though, we didn't take any damage. Alright, so what do we have left? Let's just take a look. I know we have our Wildcats need to move for protecting. We have the B-26, which we could go ahead and bomb him. Can't hit anybody else, so might as well bomb him. And just try and take out... I don't even know what we're going to try and take out, actually. Let me just take a look, see what he has here. Could taking out the main gun would probably be the most effective thing to take out right now, because we're not going to have a lot of planes to fight them. So I think that would be the best thing to do.
No hurry at all. Just over.
And you know what? We might not even be able to target. Yeah, he's not a dive bomber, so we can't target what we're taking out. So we just did a little bit of damage to the whole torpedo tube and the engine. All right. Well, he's not looking great when it comes to his engine, at least. Alright, so now we have our dive bombers that we haven't moved yet, as well as the Avenger, which I'm not entirely sure if I want to use him against the battleship or if I should use him against the carrier right now. And then we have... Where's the other Dauntless? We have this Dauntless here as well, which I would like to use... Oh yeah, we can use it here. That's exactly what we'll do. And yeah, probably not going to use incendiary bombs, because we're going to be targeting... I mean, we can use them. I suppose it's fine. But we're going to be targeting his
enemy fighters.
His main gun.
We deliver them one-way tickets.
That's what I really want to take out. And at least the incendiaries did make a fire there, so it did something, you know. Just trying to get that main gun depleted as much as possible. And then, of course, they do have the fire as well, which does the 2 damage to ship parts, except the hull. So I think that's a useful... let's see what we want to do with these guys now. So essentially we can bomb him, take both of them out, And we'll probably not bomb over there. Yeah, I don't think so. Could also bring one over here to bomb him. That would actually work out quite well too. Let's see where they're all
I
at.
cannot live without the skies. If the infantry is the
All right, so the Avenger has to fight one of these guys. Who has the tactical retreat? That's really what it comes down to then. So we can get him out of there. All right, so we're going to want to make sure that we use one of these two here. So let's use him to attack the battleship. No. Let me take that back. We'll use him to attack the battleship. And I don't think we need to use any of these. But we will anyway. We'll use armor piercing just to make sure we do damage to that hole. And again, it doesn't really actually matter here at this point, because he should be dead.
Nah, just us.
There we go. And then that'll allow us to get the hell out of here.
Let's assume it was full.
And then we'll use the Avenger on him. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because I just felt like he had the most likely chance to sink him. There we go.
Carrier force has reversed.
They did retreat.
Yes, indeed. As soon as our guys get to kick Jap's arses, the vaunted samurai spirit instantly evaporates.
Alright, so I think that means they're going to leave now. Hopefully. Because I would like to sink them and all, but we've got a whole nother force here that we need to bring our battleship over to deal with. So let's go ahead and have this guy can actually go here and then land. Get his supplies back up. All right, awesome.
Better be kept away from the enemy.
So that means we still have the one Dauntless remaining to attempt to bomb this one here, and I wanted him to do it since he did have the ability to do the tactical retreat. I thought he did. Maybe I mixed it up. Yeah, I might have mixed them up. Oh no, yeah, he's not the tactical retreat. My bad. I think I used the wrong one. It's fine. So let's take a look at his. Still 3 out of 10. All right, that's not quite what I wanted to see. But he's looking weaker. He's got a fire, so that's something. All right, so we're gonna want to make sure we now move our fighters. If all of our ships have moved, we might actually still. Yeah, we need to get him moving now. Go ahead and send him. Well, can these destroyers still move? They can still move. To make sure that we can give them coverage. We don't know where the other enemy force is up here, and there's no point in identifying them just yet. Let me just take a look and see if we can find them. Destroy the enemy battleships. No, can't find exactly where they're at. And that's something we have to complete too. It's a secondary objective. I don't know how we're supposed to seize the objectives, man. I don't think we're going to seize them. I don't think we're going to get an absolute victory, guys. This looks like a really challenging one. Much more challenging than I was expecting it to be.
Is there anything better?
I mean, Guadalcanal should be challenging. So I suppose I should expect it to be. What we're going to want to do is we're going to keep him close to this destroyer here.
I cannot live without the skies.
So we'll just move him here. And then move this destroyer a little bit further. And has he moved? He has not used the sonar yet, so we'll do that. Use his sonar. And then we're going to have him, just kind of clear the way a little bit.
Evasive maneuvering is in order.
Let's see if he detects anything. He does not. All right, so we'll go right there. And that's all we'll go with that one. All right, is there anybody else left to move? I should probably just look at the ships, the total ships here.
Reporting as ordered.
So we got him. He's incredibly weak. I'd like him to start moving over here. And I believe we can actually probably take him out. Let's go ahead and do that.
Searching for enemy subs. Take them out.
Yeah, his guns are so damaged that he can't do very effective damage. Although this time he's going to do a little bit of damage to us. But we're going to take it to try and get this guy completely destroyed. I want to get that main gun, and we didn't get the main gun, unfortunately. All right, is what it is. We have depleted his strength quite a bit, though. I feel like that was worth it. We still have the submarine here. We could just use him to detect, I suppose. You know what? Let's do it, guys. Let's go ahead and actually use the aviation recon here. I don't remember where they said it was at, so we're just going to put it somewhere over here. Holy shit. All right, well, there's the two battleships. They are well defended by destroyers. Can we get over there to sink anything? We can actually attack the battleship. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go here. And this guy's probably going to get attacked, and there's not going to be any way around it, guys.
Will I become a hero? Guess not.
They have actual convoys here as well for attacking. So we did a little bit of damage to him. I just hope we don't lose the submarine because of that. We'll just have to see. And I think that's it for naval units, right? Yeah, that was the last one. As far as aircraft goes, the fighters, we have to move them to get them placed on top of our
We are high in the sky.
like capital ships and stuff, so we don't have to worry about them bombing us. And so let's just get all the fighters that can move and get them like protecting our key planes, or excuse me, our key ships, as well as any, if we have any that can come over here to protect the bombers, we'll do that too. So we'll get these guys coming over here.
Through the air.
I should probably restore some of them.
Our attitude is as
Their
crazy
strength
as
a little
our
bit.
altitude.
Let's actually have
Godspeed.
him come over this way. I feel like this carrier is going to have to move over here now.
We had been pilots before
Swal
we were
can't go
born.
anywhere. Yep, I think that's it, guys. All of our units have moved. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Let's go ahead and end our turn and see what the AI does. Man, 2 more battleships. Yeah, this is a tough battle, guys. And another destroyer. I don't see how they don't sink that submarine. Although these destroyers are more inclined to go, because I think they have the troops on them. So they're more inclined to go towards the Guadalcanal island. And that destroyer wants to protect, so they might actually not attack the submarine. They might not look for him. That's the way it appears. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because as of right now, none of them have moved where they can detect him. Let's just go. We don't need to see all this. Okay, so they are retreating. Very good. Does the destroyer retreat too? It does. And I'm guessing the plane will retreat. Alright, so that is nice. And unfortunately, the battleships are going to be able to fire the anti-air with the destroyer. They might be able to take that P-40 out. I don't know. They got a lot of destroyers, guys. And they are going to use a destroyer to detect the submarine. Shit. I don't know if he'll be able to sink them. Suppose we'll find out. Yes. He did sink the submarine, unfortunately. Alright, so that really sucks. We lost a core submarine. But he did damage to the battleship. I probably shouldn't have attacked, I suppose. I got a little bit too carried away. Alright, and now this guy's going to attack him. We might even lose this destroyer now. Yeah, we're going to lose the destroyer. Alright, so a lot of ships and planes and stuff being lost this time. Or at least being highly damaged.
From Admiral King to Admiral Nimitz. The Japanese have begun the construction of an airfield on New Georgia Island, north of Munda Village. If they manage to carry out their plan, it will increase our losses. We have to capture Munda at once. New Georgia Island is in General MacArthur's sector. He is likely to protest when you try to violate his domain. Ignore such nonsense. MacArthur is keen on his prestige. However, I am convinced that it is most expedient to carry out this operation with naval forces.
Admiral Nimitz, I hear that you plan to capture Munda. Thanks for the help, but I did not ask you to send troops into my sector.
General MacArthur, the argument about the spheres of influence is highly inappropriate at the moment. The Navy acts on strategic necessity.
As you wish, Nimitz. But my troops will take Munda before your Marines even set foot on the island.
Alright, so we've got a secondary objective to capture it before MacArthur. Frankly, I'd prefer him to do it. Honestly, we don't have any ability to do it. They just keep on sending, putting tasks out here. Good God, man. Yeah, they give you so many tasks. Alright, well, we'll do what we can. But we're losing stuff right now, so this is gonna make it challenging, guys. So we need to identify the battleship group here now as we start to move all of our ships and planes over there. I'm really sore about losing that submarine. That's a real bummer, guys. He had good experience and stuff as well. So it's a real shame that we lost that. But yeah, it's nothing to be done about it. So let's go ahead and use our aviation recon to just try and find these guys. I think they were right here, if I'm not mistaken. There's somewhere around here.
Verifying the enemy's location.
Okay, so there's the battleships. That's what we needed to locate. And then we're going to see if we can't attack them. I don't actually know. Yeah, it looks like we can actually start attacking. If we move all the way over, then we can attack. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way we move.
Where are we headed?
So that'll allow us to start attacking them. the 2 battleships. So we're not going to attack them just yet, but we will need to start soon. And then we have the destroyer. We might need to get him coming up there to help too. We got this destroyer. We should start moving the submarine in.
Looks too deep here. Won't we drown?
Not going to be able to do this full turn, unfortunately. We just aren't going to have enough time. So that's, I mean, that's fine. Let's get the carrier moving in. So we have a little bit closer. I mean, right now it's not that much closer than the airbase, but we'll move it up a bit closer. We need to get the battleships destroyed as much as possible before they get over here and start bombarding our troops, because again, they will do significant damage to them. Let's go ahead and reinforce this guy here. Make him a little bit stronger. We're going to get all of our units moving. So let's move him in next to cover there. Move this guy in. I don't know if he can resupply here. I think we had already established, yeah, that we need to move him up, I think.
They just won't notice.
And resupply him here. I mean, I guess he doesn't need it. He's okay.
We will soften up the enemy ranks.
And then this artillery's covering here. Well, this artillery was supposed to cover right here. Let's just move them right here. Just try and keep them away from the battleships again. Just kind of worried about what the battleships will do if they get over here. All right, so I think this is good. Our current situation, other than continuing moving the troops up to cover these key victory points here. But other than that, I think the land units are fine now. So now it's just getting our naval units moved and our air units. But yeah, we just keep losing ships. And at this point, yeah, we do not have... I don't know if we have the ships to get it done, guys. We're not going to focus on getting these sunk at all. It's fine. We'll just have to deal with those when they land. We've got all these land units not doing anything. So that'll be their job to take care of that. And then we're going to want to use our planes to help us out here if they can make it, if they can reach it. We'll see. So we'll start. Yeah, we can attack with the Avengers. Excellent. Yeah, that is very good to see. To try and do a bit of damage to these two.
We'll hope for the best.
And I think we'll focus on just one battleship at a time. Would probably be the best way to do this, I think. Let's attack with him first. He'll eat some of that anti-air fire. And then get him moving back. Did do another shell hole here. We see how that affected, so we can actually do more damage to him now. Excellent. And we still have the other Avenger as well. Again, just going to focus these guys and their fire. And I think he can actually move back. Yeah, he has the tactical retreat. So yeah, just focus their fire on one battleship at a time.
In time, you begin to see the beauty of falling bombs.
Now let's just get him out of there.
I hope there'll be no enemy fighters.
Alright, so he has a couple shell holes now. He's probably got much weaker defense.
We're on a floating
he's
fortress.
Not looking good. We still have the B-26. Could have used him to attack right there. I was thinking we should probably use him there, though, instead. And just take a look. Yeah, we're going to use him here. And then we'll have to bring him back to, well, attacking this guy would, in fact, probably be a good idea so that destroyer can get him taken out. Now that I'm thinking about it. At least we can do, get one destroyer taken out. Although, I don't actually know that I want this destroyer coming over there. Because we're going to end up losing another fucking destroyer. Yeah, I almost don't want him going here because, they're going to be coming down this way and then they'll be able to attack him. But if we moved him here, we could use our anti-air to take him out. Although, I mean, we have so many fighters, I suppose we don't actually need to do that. And we have this fighter here that could attack him. You know what? That's probably not the best use of this destroyer. Now that I think about it, I'm just wondering if we can. Yeah, he's so. All right, so this is how we'll start this. Let's just start by attacking.
We deliver them one way.
And try and do as much damage to him as possible. And we didn't do any damage. We didn't do anything to him. Damn, that sucks, man. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Yeah, it's not what I wanted to see. So that might force us to use one of the dive bombers to take him out, unfortunately. Alright, so we're probably going to end it here, guys. I'm going to think on this a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to send probably one of our core units to take out that plane. Our core fighters to take out this plane here so he gets to kill. Fighters are probably going to have to help. At this point, I don't know any other bombers around here. So they're probably going to have to start helping us with maybe attacking these guys, so at least they'll be weaker when they land. They could also try and take out the anti-air on the battleships. Or they can even try and take out the anti-air here. So this destroyer will be a little bit weaker. Fighters are going to have to help out, essentially. I don't see how we're not going to be able to use them against the ships. They'd be most effective against the convoys, though. The Dauntlesses. We'll probably use 2 against the battleships and 1 against this destroyer here. Just try and weaken them a bit. I would really like to get them, you know, sunk if possible, just to retaliate for them sinking my destroyer. So doing so, though, would result putting this destroyer in a position that he would... Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to do that, guys. Yeah, because we'd move him down here, and that would put him in prime gun range of those battleships, as well as the destroyers that are coming down. So we'll lose him if I bring him here. More than likely, we're in fact going to have to bring him down here, I think. So that's the plan, guys. Use the Dauntless bombers against the battleships, and then we'll fire with our battleship. And then with this guy, I don't know if we'll attack. Well, what we could do... Okay, what we could do is move him in close and launch the torpedo after he's already fired twice at this battleship. Well, he still have his secondary guns, though. Yeah, he still have secondary guns, so he'd still be able to fire on it. We might not be able to launch a torpedo. That might not be an option. Unless we went here and launched a torpedo at one of these 2, and then used our guns to try and... We could probably destroy, like, the majority of them if we wanted to. But then we can't leave, which means the destroyer is going to get sunk. He won't have any movement points left. So I don't know. It's kind of a tough choice here on what to do. Like, sacrifice the destroyer to sink some of these guys. I don't know. I just feel like we have enough land units to take care of these units. So we might not do that. We're in a position where we only have a few destroyers left. So if we sacrifice them, yeah, we're going to be in a pickle. So I don't think we're going to do that, in fact. I'm kind of changing my mind here. Yeah, we probably won't have him do that. We'll just cover the battleship more than likely, and just try and get these guys destroyed, and just focus on using the battleship and the planes. But overall, definitely it's a rough scenario, man. It's very challenging. So we'll have to see how things go. As of right now, we are at 197 of 400 victory points, but there's still a lot left to do, and then obviously we have to hold these victory hexes for 11 turns. I think it'll end at that point, or we'll be able to end it if we wanted to. We still have 2 turns left to complete objectives, like if we wanted to try and seize these here. I don't know how exactly we'd do that, unless we send some of these troops. Some of the Marines can, of course, you know, do that thing where they land, but without naval support. And by the time that battleship gets over there, I don't know if we'd be able to do it or not. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens, because this might not be it. They could even throw another objective at us. That is definitely a reality. And they could throw another objective after we complete this here. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, it's definitely a challenging scenario, guys. I'm a little bit surprised at just how difficult it is. So next episode, I'm excited to see what happens and see if we can get some wins here, get these battleships sunk. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Hope to see you on that next episode. And thanks for watching, guys.